The key to effective self-storage is proper packing. Joining me today is Operations Manager Karen Bodano of Sentinel Self-Storage to give us some tips and tricks on how to pack your belongings in a storage unit. This is Daily Web TV. Karen, when it comes to using self-storage, obviously one of the first things you have to do is pack properly. So let's get some tips and advice on packing.
Packing, nobody looks forward to, but it's such an important part of your move because if you plan it well and you think it through, it's going to end up at the end result when you're unpacking so much easier. And the same is using for storage. So what we do at Sentinel is we try to help people plan how they're going to use their items and put in those items first that they don't think they'll need to access very often. So sometimes it might be seasonal items that they don't need to get to right away.
Right, makes sense. Now when it actually comes to packing and filling those boxes, what are some tips you can use to get the maximum use out of your space and to keep things protected?
It's important to start with really good quality packing material. If you have boxes that are meant specifically for moving, then they're going to be able to hold up to the weight of those items that you put in there, plus you'll be able to stack them on top of each other. So the more that you can put your items on top of each other, the more money you save, because our spaces go up to 8 feet high. If you can make that stack of boxes all strong and nicely and even, then you're going to be able to use that ceiling height.
That makes a lot of sense. So when it comes to packing electronics and things like that, what's your advice?
We say that you shouldn't probably wrap plastic around your electronics. That can cause condensation, which of course water and electronics don't go together.
Right.
Take a look in your linen closet. It's amazing what you have there in your own home to be able to help with your move. So all those sheets and towels, you need to pack them anyway. They can make really awesome packing materials to cover your items, as well as to fill the boxes around those fragile things that you don't want damaged.
Makes sense. Now, with something like electronics, if it's long-term, I imagine it would be safer to put those in a heated facility.
That's also a consideration, is how long are you putting it in storage for? What type of items are you storing? So if it's going to be in storage for any length of time, certainly in our winter months in Canada, we do suggest that people consider heated storage over the unheated garage style that we also offer.
Great. Now, any other tips you have for packing?
Oh, we have so many, and it's important to get to our website or talk to our staff, but there's things like, can you take the legs off your furniture, off your couch, off your table? You can wrap those legs together, and then now instead of one big bulky piece, you broke it down into a smaller piece.
Right.
You can also turn your chairs on top of each other to get more space. Another place that's underutilized when we see people use their storage spaces are appliances. There's room and pockets in your stove, in your fridge, in your freezer, where you can actually put items in. And we actually even suggest you keep those appliance stores slightly ajar so they don't build up any funny smells or off smells while they're sitting in storage.
Right, makes sense. And I guess when it comes to boxes, it's really important to label them properly.
It makes it so much easier at the end, unless you like the unknown factor of opening a box and not knowing what's there. But certainly when you bring them back into your new space, your new home, it's so nice to know that that goes into the bedroom and those dishes go to the kitchen, and it'll make your unpacking so much less stressful.
Makes sense. So now I've got everything packed up at home and it's in one of your complimentary trucks and I've arrived at one of your facilities. What happens then? What's my sort of final piece after I pack in?
After you pack in, I think accessibility has to come top of mind. Make sure that those items that you may need to access are not in the back corner, so you're having to move things around to get to them. So it's important to put those big bulky items at the back of your storage unit. They can become the base for your boxes and your lighter items and build it from there. And then again, if you need to get to those coats or those seasonal items at the front of the storage unit, they're going to be a lot easier to grab when you need them.
Okay, great. And then security?
Security is an important feature when looking for storage. There's very many different types of storage. You want a well-built facility made out of concrete and steel. You want a facility that has electronic security, such as cameras, access systems. Also, what we offer is managers that live on site, and we think that's an important feature because someone actually is staying at our properties, keeping an eye on them. So it's important to ask those questions.
And it's important to feel that your items are secured. And of course, you put your own lock on the unit, right?
Yep, that's the beauty of it. It's your space. You put your lock on, you keep your key. So that means only you have access to the space, and only the people that you allow the key to have access to your space.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for the wonderful information today, Karen.
You're welcome.
For more information about Sentinel Self-Storage, visit sentinel.ca. Keeping you informed, I'm Sheila Clark, and you've been watching Daily Web TV.